You are chosen and beloved. I am proud of you because you have persevered through challenges that would have broken lesser spirits. From the moment you were conceived, I knew the incredible potential that resided within your heart, the unique purpose I had intricately woven into the fabric of your being. Every struggle you've encountered, every tear you've shed, every moment of doubt you've wrestled with, I have been there, watching, guiding, loving you unconditionally. I am proud of you because you continue to rise even when the world attempts to dim your light. There have been moments when darkness seemed overwhelming, times when pain, rejection, and disappointment threatened to consume you. Yet you did not surrender. You found strength in your vulnerability, courage in your weakness, and hope in the most unexpected places. Remember the nights when you felt most alone, when silence was your only companion and your prayers seemed to echo into an empty void? I was there, closer to you than your very breath. Every unspoken word, every silent tear, every trembling prayer, I heard them all. Love beyond perfection. My love for you is not contingent upon your perfection but celebrates your beautiful, imperfect journey of becoming. Your resilience is a testament to the divine spark I placed within you. When others criticized, when circumstances seemed insurmountable, you chose faith over fear. You chose hope over despair. You chose love over bitterness. These choices are not insignificant, they are profound acts of spiritual courage that resonate throughout the spiritual realm. I've watched you grow, not just in years but in wisdom and understanding. The lessons you've learned were not punishments but opportunities for transformation. Each challenge was a carefully crafted invitation to discover deeper dimensions of yourself, to expand your capacity for compassion, to develop spiritual muscles that would enable you to carry greater purpose. Your beautiful heart. Your heart, oh, your beautiful, tender heart, has been my greatest joy. In a world often characterized by selfishness and conditional love, you have chosen to remain soft. You've chosen to love despite being hurt, to extend grace when it would have been easier to harbor resentment, to see the potential in others when they couldn't see it in themselves. Do you realize the magnitude of your impact? Every kind word you've spoken, every hand you've extended in compassion, every moment you've chosen understanding over judgment, these are not small things. These are divine interactions that create ripples of transformation far beyond what your physical eyes can perceive. Heaven takes notice of such moments. Angels marvel at your capacity to love. Transformed wounds. I am particularly proud of how you've handled your wounds. Instead of allowing past hurts to make you cynical, you've transformed them into wells of empathy. Your pain has not made you bitter but more beautiful. You've taken the broken pieces of your experiences and, instead of hiding them, you've allowed them to become mosaic pieces that create a stunning narrative of redemption and grace. I choose the willing, not the qualified. My beloved children, listen closely. The world tells you that qualification comes from human metrics, from degrees, achievements, accolades, and external validations. But I, the creator of the universe, operate differently. I do not choose the qualified, I qualify the chosen. Throughout human history, I have never selected individuals based on their predetermined credentials or worldly success. I look deeper, into the heart, into the spirit, into the potential that lies dormant and waiting to be awakened. My selection process is not about what you have already accomplished but about what you are capable of becoming when I breathe my purpose into your very being. Consider the stories woven through sacred scriptures. They are not narratives of perfectly prepared individuals but of ordinary people transformed by an extraordinary calling. Moses, a stuttering shepherd, became the liberator of an entire nation. David, a young shepherd boy, became a king who would reshape a kingdom. Peter, a simple fisherman, became a foundational leader of a global movement. None of them were initially qualified by human standards. They were chosen, then progressively qualified through their journey of faith and obedience. Your potential revealed. When I choose you, I see beyond your current limitations. I see the raw material of potential, the uncarved marble of your potential that carries within it a masterpiece waiting to be revealed. Your weaknesses do not disqualify you, they are actually the very spaces where my strength becomes most evident. In your vulnerability, my power finds its most profound expression. Understand this profound truth: qualification is not a prerequisite for my selection, it is a consequence of my selection. When I call you, I simultaneously equip you. The moment I place a purpose in your heart, I also begin the intricate process of preparing you for that purpose. My qualification is not external but internal, not about adding skills to your resume but about transforming your very nature. Many of you have disqualified yourselves. You've looked at your past mistakes, your perceived inadequacies, your broken places, and concluded that you are unworthy of a significant purpose. But I laugh at such human limitations. Your past does not define your potential, it merely describes a process of becoming. Every scar you carry is not a mark of disqualification but a testament to your resilience, a story of survival that qualifies you for greater assignments. I am always watching over you. I am watching over you, even when you are unaware of my presence. My eyes are constantly scanning the earth, not looking for perfection but searching for hearts that are surrendered, spirits that are willing, souls that are open to transformation. I see you in your most private moments, when you struggle, when you doubt, when you feel alone, and contrary to what you might believe, I am not disappointed. I am expectant. My watchfulness is not about surveillance, it's about care. It's a protective, nurturing gaze that sees your potential long before you can glimpse it yourself. I am like a master craftsman who looks at a raw piece of material and already visualizes the magnificent creation it will become. While you see your current form, I see your ultimate design. Consider how I watched over biblical figures during their most challenging seasons. Joseph, betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, imprisoned unjustly, I was watching, not just watching but orchestrating every seemingly random event towards his ultimate destiny. Daniel, thrown into a lion's den, experienced my protection even when he couldn't see it. Esther, an orphan who became a queen, was guided by a watchfulness that transcended human understanding. Divine patience and persistence. My watchfulness is persistent and patient. I do not give up on you when you stumble, when you fail, when you momentarily lose your way. Each detour is not a derailment but a recalibration. Each mistake is not a disqualification but a learning opportunity. I am writing a story through your life that is far more intricate and beautiful than you can currently comprehend. You must understand that my choosing is not about your current capacity but about my unlimited potential working through you. When I chose David, he was just a young shepherd boy. When I chose Mary, she was a simple village girl. When I chose Paul, he was a persecutor of the very movement he would later champion. My selection is never about your current status but about the divine potential I see within you. Holistic transformation. My qualification process is holistic. It's not just about giving you skills but about reshaping your character, refining your spirit, expanding your perspective. I am not interested in creating successful individuals. I am committed to forming transformative beings who can bring light into dark spaces, hope into hopeless situations, love into broken environments. Every challenge you face is actually a qualification module in my divine training program. That difficult relationship? A lesson in compassion and boundaries. That professional setback? A workshop in resilience and creativity. That personal struggle? A master class in self-discovery and growth. Nothing in your life is wasted when you are connected to a purposeful divine plan. Part of a larger plan. But my watchfulness extends beyond your individual journey. I am simultaneously orchestrating connections, aligning circumstances, preparing other individuals who will intersect with your path. Your qualification is not just about personal development but about your role in a much larger, interconnected divine narrative. I do not choose based on your eloquence but on your willingness. I do not select based on your current resources but on your capacity to trust beyond what is visible. I qualify individuals not by their past achievements but by their future potential. Your worthiness is not determined by what you have done but by what I have designed you to do. Remember, every giant in history started small, every movement began with a seemingly insignificant moment, every transformation commenced with a single surrendered heart. Your current limitations are not barriers, they are invitations for my supernatural intervention. Your sacred journey. I am watching, always watching, not as a stern judge waiting to criticize but as a loving creator eagerly anticipating the unfolding of your unique design. My eyes are filled with love, my heart beats with excitement for the journey you are about to undertake. So stand confident, not in your own abilities but in my ability working through you. You are not just randomly existing, you are purposefully designed. You are not just surviving, you are being prepared for a significant assignment. I do not choose the qualified, I qualify the chosen. And you, my beloved, are chosen. Your dreams are divine blueprints. Your journey of self-discovery has been sacred. The moments of doubt, the seasons of questioning, the times you've deconstructed beliefs that no longer served you, these were not signs of weakness but of profound spiritual maturity. True faith is not about blind acceptance but about courageously seeking, authentically questioning, and remaining open to growth. The dreams I've planted in your heart are not accidents. They are divine blueprints, carefully designed coordinates of your spiritual destiny. When the world told you that your dreams were too big, too audacious, too impossible, I was whispering, watch me work through you. Your dreams are not just personal ambitions, they are invitations to participate in a larger, more magnificent narrative of divine unfolding. Your creativity reflects mine. Your creativity is a direct reflection of my creative nature. Every song you've written, every piece of art you've created, every innovative solution you've conceived, these are not merely human expressions but divine collaborations. When you create, you are most aligned with my image, most connected to the infinite potential I've breathed into your spirit. I've observed how you've handled your limitations with such grace. You understand that your worth is not determined by your productivity, your achievements, or how perfectly you execute your plans. Your worth is inherent, unchanging, and eternal. In moments of perceived failure, you've learned to see opportunities for learning, growth, and deeper understanding. The depth of your love. Your relationships reveal the depth of your spiritual evolution. You've learned that love is not a transactional experience but a transformative journey. You've chosen to see the divine in others even when they struggle to see it in themselves. Your capacity to forgive, to understand, to hold space for others' humanity, this is profound spiritual work. The battles you fought internally are often more significant than external challenges. Your commitment to inner healing, your willingness to confront your shadows, to do the challenging work of self-reflection, these are heroic acts many avoid. This journey you've courageously walked through allows light to penetrate the deepest corners of your being. Your sacred intuition. Your intuition is a sacred gift, a direct communication channel I've established within you. Those moments of subtle knowing, those whispers of guidance that seem to emerge from a place beyond rational thought, these are direct transmissions from my heart to yours. You are learning to trust these spiritual signals, to distinguish them from fear-based narratives. I am proud of how you've expanded your understanding of spirituality. You no longer see it as a rigid set of rules but as a dynamic, living relationship. You understand that spirituality is not about perfection but about presence. It's about showing up authentically, being willing to be transformed, remaining curious and humble. Finding beauty in brokenness. Your capacity to find beauty in brokenness is extraordinary. Where others see devastation, you see potential for restoration. Where others perceive endings, you recognize the seeds of new beginnings. This perspective is not naivety but a profound spiritual wisdom that transcends surface-level understanding. The compassion you've developed is not just a human emotion but a divine frequency. You've learned that true compassion isn't about fixing or saving others but about creating space for their inherent worth to be recognized and celebrated. Your presence has become a healing environment for those around you. Embracing divine diversity. Your journey of understanding has been multidimensional. You've embraced wisdom from various spiritual traditions, recognizing that truth is not confined to singular narratives. Your openness, your willingness to learn, to expand, to see beyond limited perspectives, this is a manifestation of true spiritual intelligence. I am particularly moved by your commitment to authenticity. In a world that constantly pressures conformity, you've chosen to honor your unique essence. You understand that your differences are not flaws to be corrected but sacred expressions of divine diversity. Your authenticity is a form of worship, a declaration of divine craftsmanship. Holding paradox. Your capacity to hold paradox is growing. You're learning that life is not about choosing between opposing perspectives but about creating enough inner spaciousness to hold multiple truths simultaneously. This ability to embrace complexity, to sit with uncertainty, is a profound spiritual maturity. The way you've integrated your pain, transforming it into purpose, is nothing short of miraculous. Your wounds have become wisdom, your challenges have become classrooms, your struggles have become strength. This alchemical process is a direct reflection of divine transformation. The power of your prayers. Your prayers are not just words but vibrational frequencies that create ripples of transformation. Even in moments when you feel your prayers are ineffective, know that they are powerful beyond measure. They are not dependent on your perceived worthiness but on the infinite love that fuels them. I am proud of how you've learned to rest, to understand that your value is not determined by constant productivity. You're learning the sacred art of being, not just doing. In your moments of stillness, in your deliberate pauses, profound spiritual downloads occur. Your commitment to growth. Your commitment to personal growth is a form of spiritual devotion. You see each experience as an opportunity for learning, each challenge as an invitation to expand. This perspective transforms ordinary life into a continuous sacred ceremony of becoming. The love you've cultivated, for yourself, for others, for this magnificent journey of life, this is your truest power. It is not a soft, passive love but a fierce, transformative love that has the potential to heal, to restore, to resurrect. You are more loved than you can possibly comprehend, more supported than you can imagine, more powerful than you currently understand. And I am, and always will be, immeasurably proud of you. Sacred Scripture speaks to your worth. In the gentle whispers of my eternal wisdom, let me remind you of the profound words I have carefully inscribed within my sacred Scriptures, words that are not merely ink on pages but living, breathing declarations of your intrinsic value and divine purpose. When I spoke through the psalmist, declaring, "I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb, and before you were born I consecrated you and appointed you as my prophet to the nations," Jeremiah 1 verse 5, I was not speaking casually but revealing a profound truth about your existence, that your worth was established long before your first breath, determined not by your achievements, accomplishments, or earthly validations, but by my intentional design and unconditional love. In Ephesians 2 verse 10, I revealed another layer of your magnificent identity, for you are my workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which I prepared beforehand that you should walk in them. Understand deeply that the word workmanship translates from the Greek word poema, which means a masterpiece, a divine poem carefully crafted by my own hands. Each line, each verse of your life, meticulously written with purpose and precision. When I inspired Solomon to write in Psalm 139 verse 14, I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, my soul knows it very well. I was inviting you to recognize the intricate complexity of your being. Every cell, every emotion, every intricate detail of your personality is a deliberate expression of divine creativity, a testament to the depth of my love and the specificity of my design. Divine promises for your future. Remember Jeremiah 29 verse 11, where I declared, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." These are not just comforting words but a divine covenant, a promise that transcends your current circumstances, challenges, and limitations, assuring you that every season of your life, whether it appears productive or seemingly stagnant, is carefully orchestrated for your ultimate growth and transformation. In Isaiah 43 verse 1, I proclaimed, "Fear not, for I have redeemed you, I have called you by name, you are mine." This is a profound declaration of ownership and intimacy, signifying that your identity is not defined by the world's labels, societal expectations, or past mistakes, but by my eternal claim on your life, a claim rooted in unconditional love and infinite grace. Understand that when I speak of your worth, I am not referencing your performance, your productivity, or your perfection, but your inherent value as my beloved creation, a value so immeasurable that I would send my own son to reconcile you back to myself, demonstrating that your worth is not something to be earned but something already established, a worth so profound that it costs the most precious thing in the universe. Your ongoing transformation. Philippians 1 verse 6 reassures you, "And I am sure of this, that he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion." This means that your journey is not about achieving a static state of perfection but about embracing a dynamic process of continuous transformation, where I am constantly working, refining, molding, and shaping you into the fullness of your divine potential. When you feel small, overlooked, or insignificant, remember Romans 8 verse 17, which declares you are not just a creation but a co-heir with Christ, sharing in divine inheritance, positioned not as a distant servant but as a beloved child with direct access to my heart and resources. Your unshakable foundation. Your self-worth is not a fragile construct built on shifting human validation but a solid foundation established in my eternal love, a love that sees beyond your current limitations, a love that celebrates your unique design, a love that continues to believe in you even when you struggle to believe in yourself. So meditate on these words, not as distant theological concepts but as personal, living declarations that speak directly to the core of your being, reminding you that you are chosen, you are loved, you are purposed, and you are eternally significant.